So now we are coming to another, this one is kept for transpiration. You know what is transpiration? Do you know? What is sweating in human body? Releasing the excess water from the body. It's a cleansing mechanism. So every time our body releases sweat, whatever is excess, the salt, excess water from the body comes out under as a sweat. So similarly, even the plants also leave their excess water. Don't think that if I put one bucket of water is taken from the plant. It will go waste. It will again come out in the form of excess. Whatever is excess, that excess will always come out. So today we are going to go out and bringing one transparent sheet. I have taken one transparent cover and then we are going to go out. So now we are going to the outdoor for doing the transpiration and photosynthesis. All these experiments are required at the outside only. That is the reason now I am taking back this plant.
Go.
So when this plant is kept for transpiration mechanism to show, so I am covering the pot with a transparent cover. So let us see what will happen to whether this plant, as of now you can see it this way, we'll come back after 3 days and see whether the plant will leave the water or not. Plants releasing excess water is called transpiration. So now we are closing it and we are going to see how much water or whether it will release or not, what is going to be the result. So we will come back after 3 days to see the transpiration also. So apart from transpiration, we also have another interesting one. All of you would have heard about photosynthesis. So what is photosynthesis? All of us know that photosynthesis is a mechanism of preparing food, while the respiration is a mechanism of breathing, the taking in oxygen. And most of the time I notice that children are getting confused with the photosynthesis and respiration. So they will think that how is it possible, we can directly do both, or will it do, when will that happen? They will not be able to understand. They have to think sometime unless somebody explains them well. So here there is a difference, children. Photosynthesis is not respiration, not transpiration. Photosynthesis is a mechanism of taking in the presence of sunlight with the water from there, and then it will have a chlorophyll. With all this combination, it is going to prepare its own food, and that food through the phloem cells will be distributed to the entire plant. So for photosynthesis, what is important? The sunlight. Without sunlight, the plants cannot prepare. It is like how we cannot do cooking. Nowadays you are thinking for 1 or 2 items like stoveless cooking without heating, all these things are coming, but there are many limitations are there. So similarly, for the plants, it is like a gas stove or anything, fuel. Fuel is the correct word. So without that fuel, plants cannot prepare photosynthetic food. So now how do we do that? How do we know how to make, how to prove that sunlight is essential? So I just thought I will need one dark paper, black paper, but it's a beautiful chart. I mean, not a chart, it is a greeting card prepared by my old teachers and gifted to me. So I thought I will not see, it's beautifully mentioned. No, this isn't a hole in the shoe or a hole in the fence, but let's see what they have written. A whole loved wish from all of us to have a whole lot of fun. Happy birthday, ma'am. So how can I tear this, my friends? I can't like tearing my heart only. So all of them have signed also, my own teachers, my colleagues, with their notes of love. So I am just keeping it aside I thought when I found this, because if lockdown and we could not get even a single small black paper in the house, first I thought, okay, I'll use this for the benefit of students, but I didn't want to do that. So somehow I searched. Luckily, from my grandchild's stock, I got one more small boat. I know that she will scold me, but afterwards I will apologize to her, and I will buy and another make one more boat for her, because it's only a plain boat. I can cut from this. Amal, excuse me. I have removed. I'm using your boat. So now I will cut this and some shape I had cut from this. Shape is not important, it is the black color, because you know very well that black color will not allow. So now what I have to do, I have to fix this on this leaf, and then we have to wait and watch what will happen to it after 3-4 days. So I'll just get the same way, I'll get the double tape and then fix it, children, just wait. So this is an experiment for photosynthesis. I have taken a very wide leaf so that it will be clear, and then trying to fix. Why did I take a black paper? Because through the black color, sun rays cannot go. So let us hope and see how this experiment also will work. After coming back, we'll say 3 days or 5 days. I cannot say anything whether it will be visible or not, because it is an experiment. We only observed, and now we are trying to do it actually and prove it. Out based on the hypothesis, we are conducting the experiment now. Inference, we have to wait and watch. As far as possible, it should be to the edges, so that from nowhere the sunlights go. Generally, sunlights go straight, so they won't go from here and there. But we cannot take this, so let us ensure that it's all very tight. So this is our preparation for our photosynthesis experiment, and we have ensured that there is a black paper on a leaf which is very well exposed to sunlight. So what will happen? Only in the presence of photosynthesis only chlorophyll will be formed. When the chlorophyll is there only, again with the support of water and then chlorophyll only, the sunlight, then only the food will be prepared. Chlorophyll itself is the food, so that will be prepared. So many other factors in depth I cannot teach you right now. So I am only making a simple experiment to say that whether sunlight is essential or not to prepare chlorophyll and to prepare food. So this today we have done nearly 5 experiments. First day, that is April 15th, otherwise today schools would have opened, and maybe I am taking it very positively, thinking that I have got more time to do more experiments. So see you, bye-bye. We will come back after 5 days and then observe what it is. Thank you, bye-bye. Thanks for listening, and go to the YouTube and then you make your comments and then like it, so that motivates me to do more experiments. I'll be back with some more experiments and many other aspects that I can cover from what is available in the house. Bye-bye. Namaste. I am Vani Sharma, back with Kuch Karo Now series. And my dear friends and my loving students, this is actually the again continuation of our previous episode on photosynthesis and transpiration. I'm going to add respiration also. These are the three processes that happen in a plant. So now the other day, if you remember, I just have to do it. Photosynthesis, to prove that plants undergo photosynthesis, we have kept one black cover and some area of a leaf to see whether plants require sunlight for to process the food. Then we also have taken one potted plant and then we have covered it with a wrapper and to prove that plants leave out excess water. Now we can start with the transpiration. You can very clearly see them at close up. See the droplets of water is there inside. See, if I shake it, all are falling down like water. Can you see? So nicely, it is so visible. So much of water is left by the plant. So I'll remove it. Let's see the condition of the leaf plant. Still remains so beautiful. So you have seen again you can very easily see how much of water has been accumulated in the plant. This cover that we have used it for that area. So now coming to this, so now what is actually transpiration? The transpiration, as I already explained you, the excess water that is there in the plants, actually whatever is absorbed by the roots will be removed as and when, almost on a daily basis. That is the method one process of, it is called transpiration. Then it has other two processes. One is photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a making of its own food. So let's open this and see. I don't know how much, because this to show very visible mark, it takes many days. And anyhow, let's check whether any difference is there, any marking has come on that. Because it is almost a week now. I remove this. I think it is quite visible. Just a close-up shot here. You can see this difference, and then there is a marking. Maybe if we leave it for a longer period, then entirely that part of the leaf will become dry. Being a very big leaf, and then very partially it's covered, so this leaf is able to sustain. But the mark is visible that it needs sunlight. So what is that exactly? What is photosynthesis? As I already told you, the plant leaves will have a stomata like this at the back. They will have like a two, almost like your bean seeds, and then they are called guard cells. And then these guard cells will open and close, open and close. So whenever it needs to, even the transpiration time also, they will leave the same like the coconut. Because guard cells are like gates to the leaf. They will be more abundant on the back side and then less on the front side. Why do you think that their guard cells are less on the front portion than the back? Because if the guard cells are more here, then naturally because of that, the more transpiration will take place. So whereas to protect only limited only must go out. So that is why guard cells are more on the back side of the leaf. So now what is happening? What is actually photosynthesis? For a photosynthesis process, the plant takes carbon dioxide from its surroundings, and in the presence of sunlight, from the roots the water will come. So from the roots water, from the air carbon dioxide, in the presence of sunlight, then there will be chloroplast inside the leaf. Chloroplast will be filled with chlorophyll. So that chlorophyll also is required to release glucose, and it will release oxygen also. So we all know that plants are very good because they give us oxygen. But how are we getting that oxygen? We are getting that oxygen because these plants are leaving us as a byproduct after photosynthesis. So photosynthesis requires the sunlight, photosynthesis requires water from the roots, photosynthesis requires carbon dioxide from the surroundings. So if we simply tell like a formula, it is water means H2O, and then the sunlight is energy source. Like our to cook food, we require energy, so that is why it is required. And so CO2, carbon dioxide, plus H2O from the water in the presence of sunlight and with the help of chlorophyll, that is again produced in chloroplast. Then when you write the equation, we get C6H12O6, that is glucose. And as a byproduct, it releases oxygen O2 outside as an air. So that is the reason we are all advised to have more plants, more greenery, so that we get more oxygen and more healthy. So in this process, the plant is helping not only us, entire the environment, and then this glucose that is produced is again a food for the plant. So photosynthesis actually preparing its own food. So that is why called autotrophs. We don't prepare food. We only borrow the food that is prepared by the plants, and then we depend on the plants. So this is only the plants are the only living objects that prepare their food, technically speaking. So that is why they are called autotrophs, and then this process is called photosynthesis. So chloroplast will contain chlorophyll, then the protection is done by the stoma. Many stoma is a plural of stomata. Many stoma cells will be there at the back side. Few will be there in the front. These stoma cells are guarded by two beam-like structural gates, and then they will open and close as and when it is required. Like this, an entry, gate entry. So this is how the entire process simply they will do, and this is called photosynthesis. So you have heard of transpiration, you have now heard of photosynthesis. Then what is that other one is called? Respiration. They are living things. Don't they need the respiration? Yes, they do respiration. So now what is the difference between respiration and photosynthesis? So again you have to have a critical thinking here. So photosynthesis is done because it is a must and should have the sunlight. That is a source of energy. That is like our cooking media, gas stove. So it happens only during the sunlight. Morning to evening, photosynthesis happens. Not only leaves, there are other places also it will happen. The entire plant will be producing. Leaves will produce more. Then respiration. Are we not respiring day and night? We do respire day and night. It is an involuntary function of a body. Similarly, plants also do the respiration day and night. There is no stoppage for it. And same like us, plants release carbon dioxide and take oxygen. Again, there is no difference between the humans and the plants. So between photosynthesis and respiration, photosynthesis takes place in daytime during sunlight, respiration takes place day and night. Photosynthesis releases carbon dioxide, respiration releases, photosynthesis releases oxygen, respiration releases carbon dioxide. These two are the basic important differences. Then apart from that, there are many other differences also. Maybe when you go to the higher classes, you will learn more in detail. So there are so many times the children will not know the difference between respiration and photosynthesis. So I thought I will emphasize on that. And similarly, transpiration also is another process, that is releasing of excess oil. Then where does transpiration takes place? That is another one. There are three types of transpiration. Transpiration takes place through the leaves. Then transpiration through that is again I have to tell you, through our cells, guard cells, and then chromatin. And this is a cuticle. The top layer is called cuticle. The entire cuticle also keeps leaving the water. The stem also keeps leaving the water. The stoma cells leave maximum. So these are all that based on which part of the plant is leaving, transpiration occurs, and then they are called three types of transpiration. So transpiration is different, photosynthesis is different, and respiration is different. So I hope this lesson is very clear to you all. These are all the processes that plants do. That is why we are able to survive on this nature. So protect plants, protect the greenery. They are not only feast to the eyes, they are also required for our living. Not only we, entire animal king. We also come under animal. So I am saying that for both plants and animals have to have a symbiosis and they must live together. So with this, thank you. Bye bye. See you with my next event. The next one is going to be germination of monocot and dicot seeds. That difference I will be showing, and also parts of a seed, parts of a plant, all those things will come under the next episode. So thank you, children. Bye bye. See you in the next episode.